Shot him prime, shot him prime. How is everybody doing? Doing a quick live stream today. I hope everybody is doing well, and I'm not. I am very offended. Oh, I'm so mad. I hope everybody's having a good time with this. I thought Joey B did a very fun kind of cool thing, or definitely cool thing, ranking different YouTubers. And I gotta say, like everybody, I don't agree with the ranking list completely. There are things about it that I do agree with, but there are things that I don't agree with. And I thought it'd be fun to do a live stream right now, to kind of, I don't know, like kind of bring us all together and realize that like we are one community of people over here, and we all have different ways of expressing our passion for collecting. And I feel like every single one of those reviewers or influencers on there have their own group of people that speak to them or speak for them in a way or represent them one way or another. So I think it's cool to look at these kind of things and do this stuff where we're kind of looking at each other. And you know, there could have been some people on there that were F tier, and you could be outraged and offended by your guy being F tier. You could be upset about me being an S tier. And in all honesty, I'm offended because I think I should have been like in my own ranking all on its own, like, you know, where nobody else was there, just like me, like I don't know, like an SS tier or an SS God badass tier is where I should have been. No, I'm just kidding. But in all honesty, I thought that was really kind of Joey to say. I mean, he mostly had pretty positive stuff to say about a lot of reviewers in the community. I would have tried to maybe kept a little bit of like personal stuff away from it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's some people that I think he put on F tier, because I think, you know, he had like some bad interactions with you know, an individual and everything. And I felt like, I guess, yeah, that like as bad as that could have been, or bad as that is, like at the same time, you know, we're looking at the content, but that's his own list, you know what I mean? And we can make up our own lists. Everybody has a right to do it. But one reason I really love this is because a lot of people are experiencing what I experience a lot. I experienced this a lot, where a lot of people didn't know who Joey B was, but out of nowhere, he posts a video and he's saying bad things about you or criticizing one person or another. Just the experience of having somebody that you don't know making content about you and criticizing you, in some cases bashing you. It's a shitty experience, but at the same time it's a humbling experience as well, and at the end of the day it does help you grow. Hey, big thank you, Spider Sammy's Stop Motion Oasis. Thanks for hooking it up with the $5. If you guys want to contribute and you're in a position to do so, it does help this channel a lot. You know, this stuff didn't come overnight, by the way. This is like 20 years worth of collecting. It looks like it's overnight. Maybe you found this channel overnight, but this did not happen overnight. Took many years of shitting for hash. I'm gonna do a video talking about that tomorrow. Patrons and members, they're gonna have access to that today, but it'll be available for everybody to see tomorrow. So patrons and members, stay tuned. Anyway, Spider Sammy Stop Motion Oasis, thank you. He says Talker Art got the ranking he deserved. Did you really tell him to shut the up? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. But I mean, I wouldn't have said that to anybody. You know what I mean? Like Talker and I have been cool. So there's, you know, there's no reason for me to like think that he would take offense to it or take it personally. We had dinner later that night. By the way, just want to clear the air over here really quick. And I don't condone any of the stuff that he said. All right. The only thing that I condone was the apology. All right. He apologized to Dan on multiple occasions. And that's the only part that I condone of what he said. He also, oh, the other thing is that he's not going to repeat the racist stuff anymore. But we'll see. Right. We'll see. But he did apologize. And I do like that part of it. And I do like the part where he said he's not going to say it anymore. I know some racist people that have stood their ground. Like, you don't tell me what to do. I say whatever I want. But that wasn't the reaction over here. Time will tell. We will see. But let's move on from that because it's really negative and I don't want to stay there. You know what I mean? Let's give the guy a chance to not repeat the racist stuff. And I really hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't because he seemed sincere to me. And a bunch of people just left the room. But hey, the apology, I mean, it, I just got, and if he didn't apologize, it would be a different story. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, Mad Hatter is on the S tier. I don't know who that is. I need to check out who that is. There's a lot of people that I didn't know about at all whatsoever. So that's that's one where I should check him out. You know what I mean? Dave Display's model behavior is yeah, that guy produces great content. I think is awesome. But I will say this: I wouldn't put him at S tier for only one reason. He hasn't been doing it that long. Like, he's a COVID channel. I wouldn't put any of the COVID channels on S tier just because they haven't been doing it that long. And that's one of the hardest parts about this gig is keeping with it for a long period of time with all the apocalypse stuff that I've gone through, the Copa BS that I've gone through, all that stuff. I kind of want to see him earn his battle scars with that stuff a little bit before I would put him on S tier. Definite A tier, and definitely over some time I would throw him up on that S tier myself, but that's the only thing I think that would keep David Display's model behavior from S tier for me. I kind of want him to suffer like how I suffered, which I know the other guys on the S tier have. Big thanks, Awesome Adam from 2099 from the future, hooked it up with the sticker. All that stuff goes a long way, man. True Glenn's the best of the best. Yeah. What are some other disagreements? I don't think D Amazing should have been on F tier. I wouldn't have put him there. That's just my personal opinion. That's kind of the stuff that I wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? Some of the ones where I was like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't really put that person there. I think I would have put Pixel Dan at a higher ranking also. Let's go ahead and pull this thing up. Then we can look at it and talk about it a little bit. Got a new email. I gotta close my freaking Outlook so that I don't have that thing pinging during the okay. Oh, wow, cool. All right. Very cool email that I can't read out loud, but cool stuff going on possibly over there that I'm interested in. But yeah, I wouldn't have put D Amazing all the way down there. I don't think that was, fair to the content. And I think he knows what he's saying when he's talking about comic book artists and when he's talking about comic knowledge and stuff. I think he knows what he's talking about when it comes to that stuff. But I mean, I don't want to get into it, but he's treated people like garbage, and whatever experience Joey has had, I believe it, but I don't think it should have been mixed in there with analyzing the channel. But the way he's treated people, I gotta say, needs work for sure. You know what I mean? But you know what, man? I've been working on myself too. That's why I don't want to go too deep on that. There's there's things that I've had needed improvements on, and I've been working on it. You know what I mean? So we all got to give each other a little space to grow. I've definitely needed growth in my past, and I will continue to need to grow as a person. And I've made my own oopsies. Let's see, what's Jermaine say over here. Jermaine, how you doing, by the way, man? Good to see. What YouTuber has better articulation and extra heads, though? What YouTuber has better articulation and extra heads? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which YouTuber has all of that going on for them, but I'm curious to see. What up? Action figure dude. So happy to see you, bro. That was a good time hanging out. You and your girl were super cool. I love your energy, bro. You were so fun to hang out with over in Ohio. Definitely one of the memorable experiences, man. I mean, we've known each other here online a lot, and that was definitely one to cherish. I had a really good time hanging out with you, bro. That was awesome. That was cool. And we had some like cool real talk in there. That's like the other thing, man, is getting these chances to connect with you guys and talk about stuff that I don't think we would necessarily talk about on this YouTube space. You know what I mean? So um that's one thing that kind of one thing that kind of does frustrate me a little bit is like I, if you guys want to be a hater for our personal interactions. You know what I mean? Like that's like I want people to hate me for something that I did to them, like something that like was personal. Because anything that anybody says about me that's negative and they're throwing it out there, it's bullshit until you experience it yourself. That's the way I see it. You know, like Joey could say something about having a personal experience with D Amazing. Well, that's him saying it. Have I had my own too? Yeah, I have. So there you go. But if it's somebody just talking trash about somebody else, like saying one person's a jerk or whatever, well, then I I'm kind of hold off on that impression and judge for myself. You know what I mean? So judge for yourselves. That's going to be the message in tomorrow's video. By the way, so early access for that for patrons and members. I'm going to post that up this afternoon, and that'll be live for everybody tomorrow. But early access for those that could drop a little change onto the channel. Appreciate it. Super sticker, Mr. Grudge. How you doing, Mr. Grudge? Hope you're doing well. By the way, I still have the live stream on Rust Toy Reviews going up later tonight. So yeah. Let's see what Cowboy Collector says. I put over half the list in F tier. I'm not as nice as Joey. Yeah, I got to pull this thing up and see what's going on, you know? Joey, how are you doing? Hey, man, it really blows my mind how this blew up. I love it. You know what's really cool about it, man, is that like you don't really have any stake in the game. Like some people kind of want to turn this around and be like, "Oh, what about your YouTube videos? Oh, what kind of influencer is he?" Well, he's not in the game. He's not trying to be like the next S tier YouTuber or anything. He just wanted to make this video. He'd mentioned it before that this was something that he put a lot of work and time into, and he just really wanted to do it. And you got to respect him for that. And people that want to make fun of him sounding a little bit nervous, well, that adds to how genuine the video is. Because if he was super comfortable and just natural flowing and a consistent, like somebody that would be on that list, then it wouldn't be as, or if it was like me making the list, you know what I mean? I don't think it would be as genuine as if it was someone who's just truly coming from a viewer's perspective. And that's what I think probably what stings for some people is that he knows so much about everybody, you know? I don't even know all those people on the list, but he watched all these people and freaking had and voiced his opinion. And if you didn't like the opinion, I mean, that's fine. But at the same time, it's like it's his opinion and it's coming from a place of honesty. I thought he was 100% honest about it, even though, again, my only criticism with the video is I would have left my personal interactions or my personal distaste for one person or another out of the ranking and just kept it on just the content itself. You know what I mean? Because yeah. So anyway, moving on. My S tier is you. Yeah, woo! Foosh and Anthony's Customs. Nice. See, I only put anybody. I would have put Jobby the Hong on S tier for sure. But you know what I mean. That was his list. My list would have definitely included Jobby. I think Jobby makes the best reviews. But like he said, it's not his sense of humor. Like he didn't dig the sense of humor and everything. So that's understandable. You know what I mean? It's his list. Action figure dude, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Had a great time, bro. Literally can't wait to do it again. Likewise. Maybe hang out longer next time. You know what I mean? There's some dope after parties. So I'm thinking maybe we could do some more of the after party stuff next time if the scheduling works out. People at PowerCon were absolutely amazing. Oh man, so gracious. The hotel over at the Hilton that was connected to it, they let us all hang out till like 2 a.m. Oh man, it was an incredible time. And nobody got like super hammered or anything like that. It wasn't weird. It was all very cool. There were even figures out and people playing around. It was incredible. Like I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. But yeah, bro, next time for sure. I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah, action figure dude. Awesome guy. Dude, I always thought you were a cool dude talking to you, like, or whatever interactions we had before. But seeing you in person, way cooler, like way more fun. I don't know. Not saying that as a diss. I'm just saying it was just really exciting to hang out, man. You know what I'm saying. Go figure, go. I've got to get you on my show, 30 and go. And then poo poo fart. I like the emoji. Send me an email, man. It's in my about tab. You can see the emails over there. Thank you so much for the contribution. Alexis Enriquez, 27, $2. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Shartimus, hope you love the Funko Pop I made you. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Freaking Javier. Thank you so much, man. Oh, dude. Or Alexis, I think, or maybe just different name, but thank you so much. I love it. And I already have it on the shelf in the living room. So, yeah, very happy with that. Don't forget, you guys, I do have a live stream on Russ Toy Reviews later tonight. So stay tuned for that. Thiago Pires, thank you so much. I'm Brazilian, fan of your job chart. Your channel is freaking cool, much better than any ranking. Yeah, God tier, right? I needed my own tier because reality is that all of those channels, except for Pixel Dance, have been influenced by this channel right here. Would you believe that? Is that total BS? Or if you've been watching this whole time, it might be true. Or it could be total BS and I have my own head up my own butt. Or it could just be a fact. Oh my God. I don't know. But if you've been watching this whole time, then you know. That's basically what it is, man. Foosh on F tier? Okay, man, no way. Just no way. He totally deserves the S tier for sure. BB is the chosen one. Hey, Shart, when it comes to finding out on upcoming figures, who do you trust more, Rectangular or JC? Oh man, I kind of put them. I trust both of them. Like it's not. I never saw one over the other on that. But to be honest with you, I can't. The reason why I'm putting them on the same level is because I can't remember a time where like either of them like really steered me wrong on info, but at the same time I'm not really interested in the leak stuff that much. Like I'm a fan of when Hasbro presents the figures to us, so I like seeing the presentation. I enjoy the live streams. So I like the surprise of the show, of them demonstrating stuff to us. So whether it's JC, Rectangular, or anybody else, I try to avoid the leaks. Like I'm not, the leaks come my way, people send them to me, but I personally, I try to avoid the leaks. You know what I mean? So, Joey B saying, why do people think I put Foosh in F? He's the opposite of F. I think because the F in the word whoosh, maybe. I don't know. Let's pull up the image over here so we could look at it together. I'm going to do a share screen. Also, I want to talk about some of the new reveals that Hasbro made yesterday. I think that'd be kind of cool to talk about. But let's see if I could pull up the image that I had over here. Oh, nope, I don't even have it ready. Hold on a second. I thought I did. But oh god, I'm such an S tier, or I mean F tier. Sorry, I'm losing my spot. All right, here we go. I guess like when it would be fair though. When it comes to my live streams, I would knock that down a peg. I do not have the best live stream. Okay, so I think this is all of them. I think this is the whole thing right over here. Yeah, so there's some people here that I am not really that familiar with. Like the channel with the Mandalorian, like he gave that guy a really high ranking. Is that Mad Hatter? I don't know, but I never heard of them before, and I thought I was like, wow, that's a really high ranking for somebody I never heard of. So I'm interested in that. And then we have or this is probably the Mad Hatter guy right here, right, with the thing in the hat, maybe. I don't know. B tier. I would not put Toy Galaxy on B tier. For me, I would put Toy Galaxy S tier because if there was one YouTube channel in this collecting community, and remember, one reason why I really love this is because he's showing us as collectors as one community over here. Mila, hold on a second. I got kids. Hold on a second. Hey, hold on a second. I got a dad up here for a second. Oh, hey. Mila. Okay. So yeah, that's a part of the behind the scenes thing that a lot of people don't think about is the dad stuff, having a deep part. Last few years, man, have been really tricky. If you have any young kids, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, Toy Galaxy I think is S tier. I would put Toy Galaxy at S tier because if there was a channel that would get picked up by Netflix or a TV show, it would be that channel. Like that would be the channel that would like actually elevate. Would it be elevating if you went onto TV? I always thought that was a downgrade. I think YouTube is an MCU collector wasn't even on the list at all, right? Why is MCU collector not even on the list? Yeah, so he is not on the list. Maybe I don't know exactly why. Bro, there's some scrub YouTuber hella mad about this list, mainly because taller art got F tiered. Be mad. It's someone's opinion. They're entitled to their opinion. If you're gonna seriously be mad at this list, it just shows how soft you are because it's just one person's opinion. So stop being a crybaby, whoever you are. You know what I mean? For Joey's just one person. If you're somebody that got on F tier, don't let it bum you out, man. You're gonna be an S tier for somebody else. I'm sure I'm on people's F tiers. I mean, probably for idiots, but if I'm on somebody's F tier, there may be a personal thing with me, or they haven't watched my stuff and they heard bad things about me from somebody else. That's most likely it. Because if you actually hang out, it's a good time. You know what I mean? So I don't know why you put me on F tier, but I would be on somebody's F tier list too. So that's why don't let it get to my head. You know what I mean? That's just one person's opinion. Thank you one more time, man. And if you guys want to join that membership, I got the ad-free early access if you're in a position to do so, but saying it goes a long way. By the way, I got to ask, do you answer DMs? Occasionally. It's not like I have a lot of time to kind of dig through a lot of DMs and everything. So, occasionally. So not all the time, but I try. I get a lot of DMs, man, that I don't get to answer. Cowboy, and good job helping, with getting the list together. I thought Emgo should have been there. Emgo could have been there as well, but I don't know where I would put him. I would probably put Emgo A tier, but I'm a Transformers guy, so I have a hard time not putting Transformers. I would put Jobby on S tier for sure. Emgo at A tier. Few Adams, I would put him on S tier. Like the Transformers guys, Bolt Matrix. I think Bolt Matrix is like maybe A or B tier. Sean Long would definitely stay on A tier for me for life, even though, maybe he's not producing the content that he once was. The influence that he had on my channel is just incredible. Let's see. Let me click. We got Action Figure Dude. It's someone's opinion at the end of the day. We'll all have an opinion. Exactly. We all have our own opinion. I'm glad nobody mentioned my channel, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. Well, maybe on part 2, if he does a part 2. Why isn't Rectangular, Facemaker Studios, and Pack Photos on the list? There's a lot that didn't make it. You know which channel I really think should have been on here, or was he? Was he on here? Brad, the DC Universe Geek. Oh, God, the DC Comics Geek. Brad, the DC. Now I'm having a hard time remembering the name, and that's probably why he didn't make it on the list. But that channel, Brad, the DC Universe Comic Geek or DC Comic Geek, I really think that's one of the most underrated channels that's out there. I didn't know about him until like a year or two ago. There was a contest I think Toy News I had a contest, and it was like between me and him, and I hadn't heard of Brad the DC Universe Comic Geek or DC Universe. Let me look it up, so I could stop saying it wrong like a moron. Sorry, don't like to sound like a moron as much as I tend to. I try not to. Okay, Brad the DC, yeah, Brad the DC Universe Geek. So Brad the DCU geek, Brad the DC Universe geek, that is probably I think the most underrated channel, and definitely like you guys should check that out. Very well edited videos. He knows his DC comics. Like if there were to be like an alternate universe DC Shartimus, because I mostly talk about Marvel, like he's I think that's like the number one DC comics channel, you know. So definitely check them out. Colt Kid, thank you so much. DMAs, I respect JB, but I'll be honest, D got me through this pandemic. Putting energy towards learning to pose figs helped me through anxiety. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. That's nice. That's good that he was able to be nice to you through the internet. If it could be in real life in person, that'd be cool too. This list is dumb as fuck. Well, see, dude, it's one person's opinion. If it was your opinion, would it be dumb as fuck too? You know what I mean? Come on, it's a person's opinion. You don't like your opinion's just as dumb. Bones and the Nurko Zoo from Before Figs, D Hunter, DCU Collector, Kyle Peterson should be mentioned. Okay, these are all, you know, Kyle Peterson. Yeah, I mean, he could make a part two if he wants to. At least my favorite are an S tier. Woo! Thank you, Spider Fan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, I didn't miss this one. Right on. Just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. All right. Jalen Wilkes says, I have a question. When are you expecting your Infinity Ultron Build-A-Figure? I can't wait for it. I am not in a financial situation to order figures early. In times before, I've been able to spend extra money to get them extra early, but I'm going to be getting that wave whenever everybody else gets that wave, kind of like how it's been recently. So, but that's okay because you guys are going to come back and watch regardless, right? Yeah, you will. You will. You will. Alex says, Shart, what are the best days to go toy hunting? I don't go toy hunting. Every manufacturer just sends me everything for free because I say everything is great. Or that's a bunch of bullshit. No, okay, so which I think it depends on the location. So I noticed that a couple of my targets get stuff in stock late on Sunday nights. I think early during the day, during the week, is actually a really good time to hunt because most people are at work. This is my gig. I don't have to start at any specific time. If I could work late in the night and then get up early and go straight to a target and do some toy hunting and not have to worry about a whole ton of people. I mean, if it's right at opening, there's going to be a bunch of people there, but for the most part, oh yeah, Optibotimus could have been on this list. I would have put Optibotimus on there for sure. Is he the guy who yells something when he pops a blast effect in a transformer? I don't know. I don't know if he does that. Frecky, awesome seeing you in real life, Frecky. Oh man, Frecky's the man. You still doing an after party stream tonight? If so, I want to join in for once. Yes, sir. You are more than welcome. Absolutely, Frecky. We will have an after party tonight. After party from 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. Russ Toy Reviews live stream is 7 to 8 p.m. Hopefully, I have a link in the description below. I can't remember what I did on this live stream as I was posting it because I was posting two things. But yes, Frecky, thank you so much for the Ironhide. I love it. Thank you so much for coming down, seeing you face to face. Man, yeah, your excitement and everything was contagious. Like it was a lot of fun. I gotta say this first off oh, by the way, I gotta give props to Rocco the Great. I liked the way I watched his reaction to this thing, and I thought I thought he reacted like I don't know. I thought it was a pretty thick-skinned reaction. You know what I mean? I thought he did a pretty good job. He laughed at the obnoxious thing. You know what I mean? Like he took pride in it. and I relate to that a little bit because I know I'm a little bit obnoxious. People say that I got the freaking Seth Rogen voice, and right after you watched a friendly little, Bob Ross, aka Robo review on I just called him Bob Ross. I just thought of that right now. But yeah, Robo does have a little bit of a Bob Ross to him. Now I just thought of that, man. I love Robo. I don't mean it in a negative way. I only mean it in the chill, calm way, right? Because Robo's not yelling in his videos. He's just talking about figures. He's got a cool, chill voice, just being straight up, kind of like Bob Ross and painting a happy little tree. So you finish watching that, and then you click on one of my videos, hello sick, and stop motion. Like, then I could see how you would be irritated of me, and you would find me obnoxious too. So I thought Rocco was a really good sport in watching the video, and I don't think he didn't seem to really take it to heart and everything. I think he was actually even giving Joey B suggestions to like use this as leverage to help his channel grow even more, which is, I thought, a really cool thing for him to do. Like, Rocco could have gotten really offended by it and screw this guy. Nobody watch this guy. He's a horrible person. Look at the bad thing he said about me. But, it went the other way. So I don't know. I thought that was cool. I'm honored to not have made the list. The figure report. How you doing, man? Yeah, it's you could be on part 2, but at the same time, man, it's a trip seeing people that you don't know criticize you. It's a humbling experience. So, but yeah, hopefully you're in part 2, or maybe you don't want to be in part 2, huh? Action figure dude again. Oh, right on, man. Rocco the Great is annoying. Just my opinion. Yeah, man. That's like, yeah, exactly. I get it. I don't really have a problem with Rocco or anything like that, but I get it. I'm kind of boisterous myself, so I got I got no hate towards anybody that kind of has like the high energy channels. I would feel like a hypocrite if I were to kind of judge a channel like, oh man, they got too much energy, they're too obnoxious. I'm like, well, I got energy, I'm obnoxious, I can't judge on that. I didn't make it. Oh, T-Man 978. Yes. See, it's kind of tough, man. You got to categorize these. Speaking of Bob Ross, like, shoot, T-Man 978 takes Bob Ross and goes even further. Like, he's got the chill reviews. But yeah, I love the T-Man reviews. I would put you no lower than B tier, T-Man. No lower than B tier for T-Man 978. Oh, we got Rocco, and Rocco's in the chat. Good thing I said nothing but horrible things about him. Send me a link. Let's chat about the video. Break the internet. I don't think so, bro. Maybe next time. It's a one-man show right now. Are you going to put Nerdzoic on this list? Like, am I going to talk about Nerdzoic? Because Nerdzoic, I saw him right over here. I mean, I think Nerdzoic's fine right there, because he talks about a lot of, like, I don't know Nerdzoic, but I assume that he's a very cool dude. He seems like a very nice guy. I have no problems with him, like on a personal level, but just looking at the content itself, I don't like that he talks about money all the time. That's one thing that just kind of puts me off just a little bit wrong, especially because he got the online store and he's talking about money all the time. It's like, to me, but hey, man, look, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, people all have their own little gimmick, and his gimmick is talking about the value of figures and all that stuff. So that's his thing. Like, that's what I like about this list, is that it's showing us all the different kinds of channels we have out there, and each of these channels represent a large group of people. So while I personally don't like that Nerdzoic talks about money and the value of figures all the time, because to me it's like if you're keeping track of how much each of these things are worth the whole time, then what are you doing it for? I can't remember what they're worth. I only look up what they're worth when I have to sell stuff. You know what I mean? So the fact that, if that's constantly on your mind, then I'm like, well, then why are you getting it for? You know what I mean? Because I forget how much they're worth. I don't keep an eye on how much they're worth. Have you seen Review Spot's vids? No, I don't really. A Review Spot, I would put him around like B tier, maybe B, C tier, something like that for Review Spot. I wouldn't give him too low of a marking. He posts a lot of videos. I'm just not the biggest fan of the style. You know what I mean? And plus, he hates my guts, but that's okay. I deserved that one. That one, there's little dramas that happen on YouTube over here, and that one I own. That one. He'll never forgive me, but that's on him. I said I'm sorry to that guy several times, and I don't say bad things about him anymore. And whenever I bring him up, I put all that crap on this end because I started it. That one I'm very guilty of. But that shit happened in 2010. Some of you in the chat weren't even born. Or maybe you were. I don't know. But we're talking way back to 2010 where I gave him shit for the angel wings. Elite Legend, another F tier. I don't know who that is. Let's scroll down. Oh, missed a super chat. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It really goes a long way, you guys. I do appreciate it because I'm in competition with all of these other channels here. I know that like I'm one of the S tier ones, but it helps my channel grow when you guys support, and it's very much appreciated. It goes a long way. Thoughts on Soulkeeper? I find him too negative. I think that's I would put him like D or F, you know what I mean? Because I don't like spectator collecting. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to judge the figure, spend your money on the figure and then talk about it. But he just speculates. I don't really I've never seen him like really hold a figure. I've seen him hold a coffee mug, but I've never seen him hold a figure before. And I'd like to I'm curious to know what he thinks about figures once you have them in hand. So I've watched a couple of his videos, and I think it's mostly negative. And a lot of these people that are negative baiters, they have a formula over here. They start with something positive at the very beginning to make you verify or help verify that this is not a person coming from anger or personal hatred. It's an objective point of view. So let's do that right here. Soulkeeper, very cool guy, posts a lot, very good content, very well edited, you know what I mean? And then they just go into bashing the guy. It's like, okay, I get that formula. So that's like what he does with the figures. Like he'll throw a compliment, kind of try to clear the air, and then just bash, but never owning the figure. Does he own any? Does he have them? If he does and I'm wrong about that, well, then I'm wrong and correct me. But for the most part, I don't see the person holding the figures, and to me it looks like spectator collecting to me. Unparalleled is in top 6. Yes sir. What up, Tuesday crew? I would put I think Unparalleled is where he should be. I think that's a good spot for him, you know what I mean? I think everything about his channel is solid, except for the duration of time on the videos. I think is way too long for me. I find myself like even just looking at the number, like 20 minutes on a Marvel Legend review. I'm like, whoa. Or sometimes not. But yeah, I think regardless, Unparalleled, I would put him at least A tier as well. Cowboy Collector edits really, really well. He should be at least B tier for the quality, you know what I mean? For what he puts into it. No hate at all. I know there's people that probably think I'm annoying too. Yeah, no, not coming from, it's just personal preference for sure. I just have to I always just get a little on the defensive side for my fellow high energy people. Because that I know that's me too. Musha Riot, thank you so much. There is a toy animator named Lozeus One, I think. Yeah, I think it's an I know Lozeus One. But that dude has really good animation. Yeah, I mean, he's really one of the very best. And he has a pretty good collection. Have you heard of him? Yes, we've spoken a few times. Been a little bit since we've talked, but we've always kind of he follows me on Instagram. I follow him, and I think he's a great dude. He's a very cool guy. I've actually taken tips from him um, on my stop motion animations. So yeah, he's even influenced this channel. So I do very much know who he is. Prime v Prime. Yeah, I like Prime versus Prime. Again, dude, I'm a Transformers fan, so any of the Transformers ones are gonna go up higher on the list. I know I talk about Marvel Legends a lot, but like if you were to separate me from like my YouTube author side and just look at me as a YouTube viewer, like I don't watch a lot of Marvel Legends reviews because I don't want them to affect my review, but I do watch a lot of Transformers reviews. So it's like a lot of mine would be Transformers Transformers characters. I love you, man. Anybody that asked me about Street Humans just made me so freaking happy. A lot of people asked about Street Humans over in Ohio. I did not expect that. That was really really cool, man. It means a lot to me because I put so much into it, and throughout the year I have continued to put a lot into it. So it will make a return. I'm working on it. Um, I am I'm changing, like the approach is going to be different. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. No, these kids aren't fighting with each other, are they? Okay. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but as far as Street Humans goes, I'm trying to not rush myself into it. So I'm taking my time and doing it as right as I possibly can. So as cool as it would have been to show up to Ohio, showing off some Street Human stuff, I just want to put the brakes on it for right now. Not the brakes, but oh yeah, slowing things down and but at the same time, it's growing. So it's doing its thing. It's just all behind the scenes, and I'm going to show you some stuff later on. X-Men 87. Oh, thanks, bro. That's yeah, X-Men 87. I wouldn't have put him at C tier personally. Not just, I mean, taking away the friend factor in there. Um, Manny has the story times, and so the combination of the story time and the photography alone, I couldn't put Manny any lower than B tier for me, at least, at the very least, you know. But that again, it's everybody's personal opinion. Century Productions was very offended. Oh man, I thought that C tier was too good for you, man. Shoot, you haven't posted in so. I'm just kidding. I would put Century Productions at A tier, but that's Century Productions, man. What about Street Sharks? I never heard of that before. I never heard about Street Sharks. Mike the Hunter, I wish he was on this list too. I don't know. I would put him no lower than C tier. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the camera is shaky. I think that was like one thing about toy hunting videos is really, really, really tricky. Oh, how original. McFarlane haters. Ah, man. Yeah, it's like, yeah, people, hey, what can I say? People have the ones that they love, they have the ones that they hate. Yeah, dude, he puts work into it, man. You deserve the kudos, man. Yeah, like I said before, I would not put. I mean, I don't know about how real. I have my own experience with him that it doesn't appear anything like what you would see in a video. It's like night and day. But as far as the content goes, I would put him way higher than F tier. I wouldn't put him any lower than I would personally put The Amazing like around like B C tier. You know what I mean? Like the photography and comic knowledge, I would put him at B tier. But like as far as making entertainment goes, it's like I wouldn't I couldn't agree with that. I'd put The Amazing at maybe B tier, you know? What up, Laser Pants? Hey, Shart, who is F tier on your fan list? Well, definitely, I would definitely put Bella's toy chest all the way down at F tier to me because I feel like it's not about the figures, you know. When it's not about the figures and it's all about the TNA, to me that's like, well, then wrong place. That's like trying to sidestep into a group when it's not really about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, hey, you got your own opinion. That you got your own opinions, man. You got your own opinions. But you know, I got mine too. So I love Dave displays model behavior, but he can't go above Jay or Boog or Unparalleled. Dave is on the same tier as Dan, who both are A. I only put Dave displaying model behavior at A tier because I'd like to see him do it for a longer period of time before earning that S spot. Like I said before, the Copa, the Adpocalypse, all the crap and the heat that I've taken in those experiences, who knows how he would have reacted during all that stuff. Like there's a lot of hard times like in these 14 years of freaking YouTubing here that that he didn't have to take, you know what I mean? So just time, with more time I would put Dave up to S tier, but you know what I mean? I think that's fair to say because I'm not harking on the quality of the content at all whatsoever. Right? I mean, the quality is S tier for sure. I discovered Shartimus and Dave around 2020, 2021, and I've been watching them ever since. Right on, Spider Fan. Thank you so much. I got Robo, Wade, Toyshes, Anthony, and Shartimus in my top 5 dead or alive. Thank you, man. No need to throw the bottom under the bus. Yeah, I mean, everybody can, do a little bit better one way or another. Oh, stand aside, folks. We got Dave. Dave is here. S tier coming through. Yeah, get the hell out of here. Not on this channel, bro. I've knocked you right back down to A tier. I want to shove that box right into your place. But hey, congratulations for making the S tier, man. I sincerely mean that. You've made crazy strides in the very short amount of time you've been doing this. So that's really good. That's really impressive. I've even been asked about you on a personal level. Kakamang was like, hey, you ever hear this guy, Dave, displaying model behavior? I like him a lot. And I'm like, oh, man, screw you. I hate that guy. He's like, oh, for real? And I was like, yeah, he's a total jerk, I've talked to him privately, and all he does is insult me and say mean things about me. But then in public, he's all super nice, but in private, he just texts the rudest things. I was like, wow, how could anybody be so two-faced? And then he asked me, like, man, are you for real? And then I was like, nah, it's all lies. He's actually really nice. So I like to joke around. Dave displaying model behavior has been nothing but a very sincere, kind gentleman to me. So I got to say big thanks, especially, with him doing so well so fast. You could imagine some people that kind of getting into their head and them kind of getting a little of the douche-itis, not saying anybody has. I'm just saying it's a thing that has happened with people when they get a lot of attention and a lot of success within a short period of time. And I don't think he's one of those people. I think he's stayed humble as he's grown drastically. And I think that's awesome. It shows really good character. It's a good display for modeling behavior, really. Like the guy's living up to the name. Super shout out to Drip Mode. Hands down, best dios. All right. I don't know who that is. Anthony's customs can't be A tier because he doesn't do comparisons. We love comparisons. That makes sense. But I do appreciate his anatomy. So that's where I'm. I like Anthony being at A tier. That works for me. I'm cool with that, especially for how long he's been doing it. Amazing and contagious and an energetic person. Yeah. Box and Type X hasn't posted a video in hella long, right? Shout out to my buddy Mon Dragon Reviews and me. All right, Domfire, there you go. Ray Farr, thank you so much. $5. Shart, how's it going, brother? DDMB goes on the S tier category. Much love to all my Marvel Legends brothers. Absolutely, man. I don't disagree with the ranking. as far as the content goes. If he was just been doing it a lot longer, I think he would earn that S spot. You know what I mean? But that's me personally, because I've been doing this for 14 years and he's been doing it for 2. There's a little bit in those 12 years that I think there's some battle wounds from those 12 years that I'd like to see him earn. That's all. That's all. But is that fair? Am I being a dick? Do I sound like I'm being a hater? I hope not, because I love the guy. All right. I pop into his live streams, I hang out at his live streams. Got nothing but love for Dave, but he's still a little young whippersnapper in my eyes. And I just want to see some battle wounds, Dave. I want to see you go through the same bullshit that I've had to go through. Misery loves company, right? Shardimus, I've been collecting since the pandemic, so 2.5 years or so, and you have always been my go-to for info. My collection is about 80% Marvel, with 75% of that being Marvel Legends. You rock! All right, thank you so much, Webs Love 1122. Yeah, man, this pandemic, I love that the pandemic has brought more people into collecting. I think that's great. About my spelling, my microphone will be messed up. Sorry about. Oh, thank you, Jacob. Thank you. Where would you rank Talker art? Oh man, I don't know. I'll tell him. No, oh, dude, like, I think. Look, dude, let's not get. Look, I talked about Talker art a little bit in the beginning of the stream right now, and there's a lot of heat on that topic, and I don't want to soak in it. All right. I said what I had to say earlier in the video, and I kind of just want to table that one for right now. You know what I mean? I want to stay positive, but you guys heard what I had to say earlier about so rewind if you want to, but yeah, there we go. Ray Farr. Okay, Dave, I sent the super chat. You told me to. Now, please let my family go. Or did he encourage a super chat? Thank you, Dave. And thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray. I know, dude. I'm one of the COVID generation of reviewers. Yeah, man. But like I said, nothing against you. It's just the fact of being new, right? So I don't know. I just want to see more time under the belt. That's the only thing. It might be out of jealousy, but not really though, because I don't really want anybody to experience the bad shit. You know what I'm saying? Dude, we are almost at 400 viewers in here. I would like it if you guys would share this live stream, if you would consider doing that. That'd be awesome. Let's hit that 400 mark if you want to. If you don't want to, and just stay right here, man. I'm not going anywhere for a little bit. But yeah. He puts Talker at a C. All right, there you go. We've got another one right here. Michael, thank you very much. Ever hear of Collector Crush? It was a couple on YouTube. Girl had an eye patch. Then one day they just disappeared without a word. That sounded familiar to me, but I don't know who Collector Crush is. So it sounded familiar, but I don't think I've actually seen them. So yeah, but thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate the contribution. Thanks so much. I'm gonna grab a random one from the chat over here. You see some, let's see. Justin Collectibles S tier because of Morbius figure review. You know one thing? Oh, God. I like Justin's collections. I would keep it where, I don't know. The photography and the video quality is really, really good. The only thing, it's like I'm criticizing these guys. Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say about. I like Justin's collections too. I think he does a good job. Okay, one thing that somebody told me recently was that like my intro and my action figure reviews kind of sound too much the same. Like it's a little bit going through the same motions. Like for instance, hey, what's up, guys? Shardimus Prime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Sauron Build-A-Figure Waves X23. Trying to pick up your Marvel Legends, you can do so. That right there, too long, too many times. So I've taken that recommendation and changed it up. You know what I mean? You guys have heard me speak like that so many times in so many intros to videos that I could see how it could make the content a little on the stale side because I'm just saying the same thing at the very, very, very beginning. So keeping that in mind, that's kind of something that I think other channels could use to kind of break things up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Elite Legend is below F. I never even heard of Elite Legend, but I'm sure Elite Legend is an S tier for somebody, maybe. Shart, I have bought so many figures after watching your reviews. Just want to say I appreciate your videos. Hey, thanks so much, Henry. Never steered you wrong, right? If I steered you wrong, let me know. This is one thing that when people say that to me in person, I always ask, did I ever steer you wrong? Did I ever recommend a figure and then you bought it and you thought to yourself, what are you shilling bastard? This sucks. You know what I mean? Like, that ever happened? If it did, let me know about it. And I'll talk to my team of professional YouTube reviewers that I have and work on it. All right. Thank you so much, C Young. You are S tier just for breadth of reviews. You probably have a review on almost every Marvel Legends, Toy Biz, and Hasbro. Your channel is like the unofficial Marvel Legends library. Yeah, man. And you know what? Any reviews that I put over on the Russ Toy Reviews channel, I kind of want to do them again on the Shartimus Prime channel because I kind of feel bad about that. Action Figure Expert brought that to my attention. He's like, I thought you're going to have every single review on Marvel Legends over here. And I was like, oh, right. I did say that at one point and I'd forgotten. So, yeah, I should do that. Shartmaster. Oh, now I'm really offended. I am the Shartmaster. All right. I've pooped myself so many times. I'm pooping myself right now. Oh, God. No. Well, you know that feeling. But that would be hella funny. I will never be able to live with myself for losing The Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man Marvel Legend. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We got anonymous dude 123 showing some love for the ACBA live streamers. Hell yeah. ACBA, I think I would put Boog's videos. You know, let me see. It's kind of hard to be objective, but definitely no lower than A tier for Boog's videos because I think Boog has one of the more original styles. I really like his original style in the videos. But yeah, no lower than A tier for Boog. Yeah, I mean, and he's added more humor and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I would think about it. I could possibly put Boog up in S tier for me. You know, Boog's way up there, man. If he's not Boog's not A tier, I would put him in S tier. All right. Yeah, Pounds. Pounds 978 here. Yeah, Pounds could have been on this list, you know. Pounds, I probably would put it around B tier. If I'm watching the channel, I'm definitely gonna kind of rank them a little bit higher. Boog just doesn't review, and he desperately needs to update his camera because his shit is still 720. Oh, is that right? I don't know. It doesn't look bad to me, but is it really 720 still? The reviewers I watch are Shardimus Prime, thank you, X-Men 87, Dan Hu, Unparalleled Universe, The Amazing You Rivera, Boog Nice 10, Jay Hernandez, The Floosh, sometimes Pixel Dan, and Toy Shiz. Right on, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good chunk of the reviewers for sure. Zach Jack Dan, I don't know who that is. The Custom King Pounds 978 and relatable. My cousin broke one of my childhood toys many years ago, and I'm still mad. All right, I have to get out of here in a couple minutes, you guys. I will have another live stream tonight on Russ Toy Reviews, but I'm trying to make this an hour-long live stream. So I got 2 more minutes, and then I got to run out. The only reason the A tier guys aren't in S tier is because everyone in S, I absolutely can't skip a video from. See, that's his ranking, right? That's like how he decides who gets there. You know what I mean? I have a different threshold for that. I watch almost every video from, less and less as it goes down. Gotcha. See, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because at the end of the day, and he spells that out at the beginning, that that it's about how he's able to come back and be entertained. Someone else mentioned y los que hablan español or y los que hablando Spanglish. Yeah, I know. Man, if I had the time to translate my videos, I would translate them all. And if my Spanish was better too, you know what I mean? Hello, Lila Ziamboa. How are you? How are you? And where's that Sauron, broski? That Sauron is that one right there. Right there. That Sauron right there. I saw Mr. Joe Capone in here earlier, but I'm saying hello to this Joe. Shart, what's your opinion on Talker Art's comments to Dan at Comic-Con? I talked about that in another video. I mentioned that again earlier in this video. You can check out both of those, but I don't want to get into it again. I already talked about it, man. But definitely check out the video where I'm holding the Mezco. Where is it? Where I'm holding the Mezco Wolverine, and check earlier in this video too. Support Latino channels like Elite Legend. All right, I'll check out Elite Legend. We got our taco crew. Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you. Talker said you two had dinner after Comic-Con and were cool. Not so much now. Look, man, I'm not. See, I already did a video talking about this. Like, we talked about the stuff with Dan at dinner. You know what I mean? Like, it had already, I already had my confrontation with him about that. And God damn it. Like, if I thought that dude was standing up for what he had said, I would be way more pissed off. Let me just say that. All right. If he thought he did nothing wrong, if he seriously was acting like he did nothing wrong, I would be so much more pissed. Don't you think so? Don't you think so? If he thought there's nothing wrong with what I said, then I would be reacting a whole lot differently about this. I would be a lot more outraged, but that wasn't the reaction. It wasn't so anyway, I'll take that Spider fan. Oh, I didn't read what he said. Anyway, let's keep it positive, you guys. Come on. Dude, I am old. Maestro, ¿cómo estás, amigo? I just know the OGML guys. Hey, bro, you've been sticking with us the whole time, man. Thank you. But yeah, what did T-Man say? Let's read what T-Man said. Don't let them trick you into talking about art. Yeah, I don't want to get into it right now, you guys. You've heard me talk about it earlier in the live stream. I have my other video where I talked about it. I think I got into it as much as I really need to. All right. I think I've gone a little beyond even just what I was talking about a second ago. This just shows that the toy community is growing so well, inspiring more and more people to let it out their inner nerd and not be afraid of judgment. Cheers to the hunts, bros. Good hunting. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Awesome message right there, Mike. Man, I'd like to meet you in person, dude. Like, don't live that far away from each other, but maybe at a WonderCon or Comic-Con one of these days. But all right, you guys. I gotta book definitely should be way up there for sure. Oh, Action Figure Skinny, how you doing, man? Yeah, man. Shoot, thanks for coming in. But yeah, Boog's definitely in my eyes A or S tier. And Punker Mike, thank you, man. I Cut You Hernandez does need to make a return. That would be great, huh? The return of I Cut You Hernandez. All right, you guys. Noah, great to finally tune in to your live stream. Shart, it's 5 a.m. where I'm at. Sending my regards to you and your family. Stay safe out there. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. This is a really fun live stream, you guys. I'm going to try to do more live streams like on this YouTube channel. I don't know. This might be a good time slot because I think there's a lot of guys that I like to watch that post on Wednesday at like around this time. And I'd rather not have my live stream be around the same time as other people that I like to watch. So I'm thinking this time on Thursdays could be like a good, consistent Shartimus Prime live stream. Or not. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. But regardless, still doing the Russ Toy Reviews live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Patreon and membership exclusive after party from 8 to 9 p.m. Patreon, membership, any support you're able to do goes a long way. No pressure if you don't want to do it, not guilting anybody into it. I'm just saying if you're in a position to do so and you can and you'd like to, well, that's a good way to do it. Because Patreon, you get early access to some of the content without ads, sneak peek posts, some exclusive videos over there. So I do give, extra content to that stuff. So anyway, perfect time. The A stream, bro. Yeah, that perfect time to end the stream. I think you mean the perfect time, the A stream. Um, but I think we got a typo. The so yeah, good positive note to end it on right there. Thank you guys so much. I feel guilty for not being on your Patreon now. Don't be guilty. Don't feel guilty. I'm saying if you're in a position to do so. If you're not in a position to do so, it's all good. I'm not tripping at all whatsoever. All right. So either way, good stuff. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And hope you guys all had a good time. And I'll catch you guys later. Hope to see you tonight on my second channel, Rust Toy Reviews. And you guys all have a good day. All right. Let's spread more positivity out there than negativity. All right. Let's all try to see the S tier in everybody. All right. Because there is some S tier in all of the channels. Maybe harder to find in some than others, but I do believe there's S tier in all of us. All right. I know it's like one of those douchey, like blanket statements, but I really mean that because if you're collecting, you're spending your hard-earned money on it. You got to be passionate about this stuff one way or another. So it's about connecting with that passion. And I think we all have that in us when we post these types of videos. So hope you guys see the S tier in all the channels. All right. And I think that's a good way to end this live stream. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys later. Peace and peace.